If I could describe Akil in one word.
I have so many words.
He has a word. He always say like dope.
Adventurous.
Extraordinary, with the emphasis on extra.
When I started the project, I realized I didn't have all the expertise I needed to build an eco-friendly hotel to my quality standard. What I did have was a bunch of dope friends who could lend their expertise to the project. I would have the best, most talented people working on the things that were critically important, like operations, branding, engineering, and marketing.
We're on our way! The frozen tundra, that is New York. Look at this. Freezing, I'm gonna die. Dying. Still a lot. It's a little rain. It's raining too. But we made it.
We made it. Here in Colombia. It's time to drink.
Michaela Maxwell is my best friend from our freshman year in college. We met our first week at Hampton University and been inseparable since. Professionally, she's a branding expert. She's worked on some really amazing brands, and I trust her with the branding vision for TVC. I've known Zakira Harris since we were 13 years old, and she's one of the nicest people I've ever met. She's been managing Hyatt hotels for over 10 years. She lives, sleeps, and breathes hospitality, and she was tapped to help us create a world-class experience at TVC. When Eli, Fidel, and I met in college, he could fix anything, and now he's fixing nuclear submarines. He's a genius electrical engineer. I thought it would make sense to bring him on to manage all the solar and electrical pieces of Tiny Village, being that solar was a really important piece of the project. I met Kayla Robinson while working at Apple in California. She's a super talented creative who has done some really dope work at Apple and outside on her own. She was tapped to develop the creative vision around all of our content. Trey was my neighbor my freshman year in college. He went on to get his master's in sports marketing and has had stops at ESPN, Disney, and now serves as the director of sports marketing at the University of South Florida. He was tapped to do the product management. I've known Ralph Johnson since my Hampton days. He went on to graduate from Harvard Business School and has worked at McKinsey on some really big consulting projects. One of the things that he's done professionally is fix businesses and analyze them to make sure that they're running properly. I felt that Ralph was the perfect person to make sure that we got it right the first time. Alba Cantillo has basically been my lifeline in Colombia. I met her through a good friend when I first moved here. I actually was looking for a lawyer, but Alba turned out to be an incredible financial advisor. Great person, great heart, great love for people and the project.
I agreed to be a part of this project because it was something I believed in. I think the idea of creating these tiny homes that are that have the eco-friendly message, but also the way that we really want to bring the culture of Cartagena to the island, in the way that we don't want to be invasive necessarily. We want to bring the people of Tierra Bamba with us and really work with that community.
I agreed to work on this project because it is a dream of his that he's always talked about. I remember the first time we were in a cigar bar a few years after college talking about our wildest dreams. And he stated that he really wanted to do a project similar to this in Colombia. When he first moved here, on our way back to the airport, he told me this is like, it's real, he really wants to do it, and he's extremely passionate about it. And I figured he's definitely the person to get it done.
I think that at the beginning, there were like many things. At the beginning, it was just like, well, it's an opportunity for me for the English, so I can improve my English also. Then it was more like, well, actually, the cultural thing is kind of nice. And then I don't know what happened. I just woke up and I was like kidnapped in this world of the tiny village thing.
Well, one, Akil is my best friend, and I believe in anything that he works on, or I didn't have a choice. I couldn't stand on the sidelines and watch him do this great thing and not be able to lend any resources, ideas, skill sets that I have. He's a risk taker, but also smart about it.
Working with the international team has been a challenge. It's not only navigating time zones, but also navigating demanding jobs and side projects. So I do my best to try to be organized so I don't waste anyone's time. It's also been great that I get to connect with my good friends and have their expertise infused into the company. It gives me a new sense of purpose and camaraderie that we are all working towards the same goal and working towards something really unique and different.